Okay, so we are back. And tell me, what do you have for me? Let's start
Okay.
with Nicholas, since we're speaking already.
Maybe he has my idea.
So Andres, well, I don't know. Let's see.
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. I don't think so.
Okay, so let's start by giving the name. What's the name of the influencer you want to speak about?
I'm not much about the. I'm not into these kind of things of influencers. I don't know much of them, but I went to my Instagram and I saw a man called Carlos Muñoz, which is a businessman. He's Mexican, and he's always posting videos about trying to see the good part of difficulties, about having the courage to make a business and these kind of things. And I think that's great. He really motivates a lot of people. But also I thought of another person, which I don't know if it's actually an influencer, but he does have a lot of followers on Instagram. His name is Jesus Molina. He's just a piano player. And I mean, I think he's so talented, but at the same time, he's really humble. So he really inspires people in many, many ways. And I think, that he was the first person I thought when you said influencer, but I think like the person which is actually an influencer is the one I mentioned at first, which was Carlos Muñoz, this businessman.
Okay, great. Two very interesting areas. Before I start with the questions and everything, what about you, Andres? What do you have for us?
Okay, when you told me or you asked me about the influencer, I thought about Cristiano Ronaldo, at the moment. So I think he's a really good influencer, and I was reading something that he is the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, and the second one is Justin Bieber. I don't know what year, but I think it's 2018. But at the moment it's Cristiano Ronaldo because, he plays soccer really good. Oh, are you listening?
I'm here. I think Nicholas got a little problem.
I have to wait or continue?
Let's continue. If he comes back, we're gonna start from where he left.
I prefer waiting if I have to repeat.
Okay, so let's give it 2 minutes to see if he comes back. Probably it was his internet or something.
Yeah. Battery and it died.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so where did you stay, Nicholas? What do you remember? What was the last part you remember that Andres mentioned?
I remembered he mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So continue, Andres.
I suppose you think he's the best player in the world.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, he's the best player around the world. So if I'm a businessman, a big company, for sure I'm gonna take him for my company as a influencer, because I think the most popular game or sport is soccer, or football. So I think I'm gonna sell a lot because everybody wants to be like Cristiano Ronaldo, and here's the first one. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I have a question here. If I were to say which one is a better influencer, which one can change the world for better more, would it be Cristiano Ronaldo because of the amount of people, or would it be the one you mentioned? I don't remember, the one of finance, because of the quality of message. What do you think is a bigger thing to see? Let's start.
About what was your influencer?
Hmm?
I don't remember what
kind of topics makes his influencer?
I think it was Carlos Munoz, right? Finance?
Yeah.
Carlos Munoz in finance, and the musician was
Jesus Molina.
Jesus Molina, a musician, humble, good values, I guess.
Yeah, maybe in my opinion is, I don't know, depends. If you wanna be like being healthy, I think Cristiano Ronaldo is one person that he likes to be healthy. I think that's important for people. But having good values is kind of important too, because uh, nowadays a lot of people is kind of, I don't know, they are crazy, so they have bad thinkings, values. So I think both are important, but values are important. I think so it's most important in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay, so thanks for the answer. Just bad thoughts. Don't forget. Don't forget. Okay, bad
But
thoughts.
no.
Okay, great. What about you, Nicholas? What's your point of view here?
Yeah, I also think it really depends on what you're looking for.
Mhm.
But in general, I think this businessman could change the world in a bigger way because he really motivates people to change their minds and not be so limited. So from that point of view, I think he would make a bigger change. But for example, Cristiano Ronaldo, he's an example of hard work, and that's something that is important too. So I think it depends, but that's my opinion.
Okay, okay. So that's good. Thank you so much. Do you have any other questions to the other person about the influencers or their point of view?
I don't agree with what's your name?
Nicola,
Nicholas.
Nicola.
Okay, I don't
Yeah,
agree
I
with
don't
Nicholas.
agree because I think like economy, you told us economy, and I think it's kind of economy related with money. So I think that's the problem in our world, because everybody is thinking about money and all time. We don't have values. So I think first is values, and then you can spread, and there is economy. Yeah,
Okay, first the
Uh,
values.
in my opinion. But I respect. I don't know if just is a
no,
guess.
I,
I know.
I totally agree with you actually. Uh,
Okay.
I rather my point is because he's this kind of person who says, fight hard working, and pursue what you want in this sense, because
Yeah.
I really, how do you say, I really agree with you because yeah, it could be dangerous at the same time because
Yeah.
there are a lot of people who really think that they will be happy if they will get a great business, and yeah, that's not true. And yeah, I totally agree with you.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe.
great point of view, and great reflection we just made there. So, well, we are not going to talk about an influencer that has to do with money or health, or probably health partially, uh, and probably values too. We're going to talk about Andy Goldsworthy. So basically, Andy Goldsworthy, he's an artist, and he has a really interesting perspective of of what he wants to do and where he wants to go, like his mission and vision. So before we start, I just want you to put in the internet, write in Google like Andy Goldsworthy sculpture or something, so you can see his art and tell me what do you understand when you see it. What do you think he wants to communicate?
How
Teacher,
do you
could you
spell
read the name?
the? Yeah.
So
How do you
I'm gonna
spell
write the
the?
name in the chat. So it's Andy, like Andy in Toy Story, and Goldsworthy. Gold as for gold, and worthy as for worthy. Goldsworthy. Okay, so does anyone want to share the screen to see what you found?
Okay.
Let's start with you, Andres. There you go. So show us one of his, okay. Oh, wow. So which one do you like the most? Let's just talk about one.
I don't know. Okay, this one.
Okay.
No, it's this one. It's this one. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what do you think he wants to represent there? Just open question.
I think he's representing how our planet is dying, in my opinion. I don't know.
What do
Yeah,
you think?
how is
Okay.
how is dying our planet?
Okay, how our planet is dying. What about you, Nicholas? When you see that sculpture, what do you understand?
Yeah, it's maybe global warming and the way we are destroying the planet. So he wants to make us conscious about that.
Okay, thank you. What about you? Let's see Nicholas's.
I didn't I didn't find anything. Let me see if I can find something.
So we have a relation with environment, global warming, the planet is dying. Until Nicholas finds, is the planet dying? Is the planet actually dying, Andres?
Yeah, it's dying, but on quarantine got better. We can saw the difference.
See.
Um, I think on the other hand, we look how we can get better our planet. I think it's easy. We just was at home or in home, right? Because we were inside.
In our
We
houses.
were, yeah, we were in home. It's not too much time. It's like 2 months, I think so, and we saw a big difference. So maybe when we thought about changing the world, we thought in like big time, but we don't need big time. We need just a few months, and it can be we can do a big difference. Yeah, that's it.
Oh yes, we can.
Yeah.
So, Nicholas, do you have your? By the way, I was seeing the pictures like of how the world has changed in these couple months of the COVID-19, and it has been quite interesting. Yeah, I've been astonished by some things.
Maybe I don't know if he find something, but I can send the link, and we can he can choose one picture or something.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
It's my first time writing this. I don't know how to write. Oh, it's there. Okay, okay. Okay.
Andy Goldsworthy. Yeah, first time I read about the text, I was like, okay, whatever. But when I started seeing his like sculptures, I was like, wow, it's crazy. There are some really interesting things about him and sculptures and what he does.
Yeah.
So
So which one do you like the most, and what do you think it represents? Oh wow.
meh, what is that? I like this one.
Okay.
I comes to my mind freedom. Um, I think he wants to represent that we shouldn't be tied to our mental limits, maybe, and that's what comes to my mind.
Okay. Coming from a psychologist, what do you mean by mental limits or the barriers?
Well, I would say this like personal, not as a psychologist, but your fears sometimes you're well, not sometimes, but usually you're the one who put your own limits. As sometimes you do not work hard to get things, and that's a limit too. So basically, it's like having no confidence.
Okay, great. What about you, Andres? Do you see the same thing?
Yeah, my first thought was freedomly, was like kind of flying like a bird. Yeah, just that is um maybe when you travel you are free, or yeah, kind of that.
Okay. Now, question for both of you. Well, when you say freedom, do you think we are free, or are we partially free, or how free are we actually?
So in our culture we are free, but I think, in my opinion, we aren't free, but we saw. So I don't know, it's like controversial topic, because when we were in quarantine, we feel how is to be like in a jail like this. So because I really wanted to go out. So uh, in our thoughts are we are free, but at the end I think we have rules. We are not living free. If you do something like, I don't know, there is, I don't know how to explain that, because but the government has a lot of rules how you have to live. It's not like living in a jungle or something like that. I think it's different. One animal from the jungle is free, I think so.
Oh, okay. Thanks. What do you say, Nicholas?
Um, well, this is interesting because it could be related in a philosophical way even because I remember one time I heard a teacher, he was an English teacher, and his opinion was that we're actually not free, we are always like in oppression because, for example, we may say we can do what we want, well, not what we want, but we are free to do things. And he said, but at the end, for example, you're not free in the sense that, for example, you have to work to eat. So we are tied to our responsibilities. It's not like a total freedom. It's like being in prison somehow. But well, I do not really think uh, things are like this. But I think we are free in some way, but if you start to think it a lot, you could say we are not free.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are free, but we are not really free. Yeah, it's kind of that.
Yeah, it's there's an interesting TED talk. I would like to see with you that talking about the invisibility of things. So yeah, it's pretty much that. If you look too much into it, nothing exists, and it's really really
Yeah.
okay. Great.
How about you, Saleb? Do you think are you free or no?
Am I free? I have a baby. I'm not free. Hell no, I'm not free. Yeah, I mean,
Maybe on the jungle you are free, right? Because
probably not even in the jungle because I cannot do whatever I want. Because if I do whatever I want, I will, at the end of the day, I might die. So we are always restrained to certain types of limits. Yeah. So
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of difficult to be free.
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we were free before we were born. And maybe we are after we die, if death actually exists. Because that's another.
But being a father, I think is not synonym of jail.
Yes, that is true. It's not a synonym of jail. It's more like.
It's on your mind, man.
But it's like if you want to do something for you, it's not just about you anymore. It's always about the baby first, and then you might think about yourself.
But
Um,
that can be love, not not responsibility. Maybe it's love.
maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Alright.
Big debate there. There's a big debate there.
our culture, our culture put that you're thinking that is responsibility, but it's
Yeah,
not. It's love.
I might agree with you on that because culturally there are many things that 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 make us take some decisions or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay, so are we done with the round of questions?
I was wondering if Andres thinks that Cristiano Ronaldo is the best soccer player in the world.
What do you think? Okay, we're just gonna drift away from the topic, but it's okay. What do you think?
Yes, sorry. Uh, did you hear?
Andres? Can you?
What?
What's your answer?
What? Oh, sorry. What was the question?
No, yeah, I was wondering if you think that uh, Cristiano Ronaldo is the best soccer player in the
Oh,
world.
in my opinion, I'm the best soccer player.
Okay.
I'm not too close with football. I'm a skater, so I don't like watching football. Um, I like playing football or soccer. I don't like kind of watching something. I prefer like uh, playing myself. I think it's better. But I respect him. He's really good. But there is Cristiano. No, it's Messi. I think he's good too. And I think there are one more that there is one more from
Neymar.
Middle East. I don't remember the name. But he's really good too. But I don't know. always is controversial between Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. For me, I think I like how plays Messi. I like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not kind of fantasy. He's not too big. He's small. He's more reality, like more
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Maybe he motivate more people. I'm not too big. I'm 1 meter 68, so it's my
Yeah.
height. So I think almost like Messi, and I think I can reach my goal if I want. It's not too far. If I saw Cristiano Ronaldo, is kind of wow. He's always posting videos about working out and kind of that stuff. But Messi is more like family
Yeah.
with his kind of that. Yeah, I prefer Messi. What
Yeah.
about you?
Yeah, I prefer Messi too. I mean, I feel like Cristiano is product of hard working, but Messi is actually pure talent. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
How
Interesting.
about you, Salif?
Yeah.
Before I heard you, I think I was more into like a pro Cristiano Ronaldo because I like the style and how he passes the ball and just power and, and style in general. But now that you mentioned like the other perspective of Messi, like I like what you're saying about him. Like it's just pure talent, as Nicolas says. And on the other hand, Cristiano Ronaldo is like he's like a machine. So you see him,
Yeah,
he's like super
exactly.
like Terminator, you know. So
Exactly.
probably Messi is someone that inspires more.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. So let's begin speaking or actually reading about Andy Goldsworthy. Um, Before we do that, let's just talk about one more image. It's this one right here. This one that is now very popular, that you can see basically everywhere, and people are doing it. What do you think this one represents and why?
I don't know what represents, but when I saw it, when I see it, it's kind of, I don't know, relaxation, meditation. It's kind of being relaxing in one place, calm. Yeah. In my case, I don't know about Nicholas.
Yeah, I think it's peace, it's balance, feeling good, no preoccupations, worries. That.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking for something else. In addition, I think it's just like going up, like racing, like you can get better and step by step, something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you can get better step by step. Like if you have balance in your life,
Yeah.
or maybe the next step needs to have balance with the step behind. I don't know. Well, interesting. Thank you so much. Well, anyway, this one, this is called rock balancing, just in case, because we're going to touch this topic in the reading. So let's go to our. If you have the book, it's page 137. Give me 1 second. And if not, you will be able to see it right here. Andy Goldsworthy. Here's the passage. I can open it here so you can see it in class. So as you know, one is going to read, the other one is going to explain. Who wants to start?
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Okay, so Andres, start reading, and Nicolas, you're going to explain paragraph 1. So pay attention.
Andy Goldsworthy is a highly regarded environmental sculptor. The British artist works with elements of nature such as flowers, branches, leaves, stones, ice, and snow. In so doing, he creates inspirational works of art that reflect the process of nature. His temporary masterpieces, sometimes lasting for only a few hours, mirror the life cycles of growth, decay, and renewal. Decay, I don't know. The sculpture's underlying purpose is to go beyond the material form to discover what lies beneath. For this reason, many of his works include a hole, which serves as a looking glass into the mystery of life.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Saleh.
Yeah, okay, sorry, I did notice like there was something missing. Just for pronunciation, this one, stones,
Stones,
stones, yes, stones, and this one, decay.
decay. Okay.
Okay, okay, great. So, Nicholas, what did you understand of paragraph number 1?
Uh, so he is a sculpture, environmental sculpture. He uses things from nature, for example, branches, leaves, stones, but he wants to give a different meaning to what he does. For example, he tries his works to be temporary because he wants to represent like the cycle of life. Also, he tries to include holes in his creations because this represents like the mystery of life and trying to understand what's beneath everything. So that's his approach of art.
Yeah, great, very good. Thank you so much, Nicholas. So, Nicholas, paragraph number 2, start reading, and Andres, you're going to explain.
Okay. With a sense of childlike wonder, Goldsworthy approaches each creation without any preconceived notions. For instance, the originator of contemporary rock balancing may feel inclined to cover the entire surface of a rock with brightly colored flower petals so that it takes on a surreal appearance. Alternatively, he may fuse icicles together into a magnificent star-like sculpture with spikes radiating out from a central point. As each artwork takes shape in its own unique outdoor environment, the artist awaits the moment when the work is at its peak, before natural elements such as wind, sun, or rain may impact upon the design and instigate its inevitable decay. At this point, Goldsworthy captured its essence in a photograph, portraying the piece at the instant he feels it is most alive. To date, he has more than 50,000 catalogued photos, which he displays in prominent galleries and publishes in best-selling books.
Okay, thank you so much. That was good. Just in the number of how you say it? Syllables. This one, alternatively. Alternatively. And this one almost the same as alternatively, inevitable. Inevitable. Okay, great. So Andres, what did you understand?
Nothing. I don't know. What I understood is that he there is describing how he makes his sculptures. I think so. He use rocks to show something without preconceived notions. Uh, there is describing to how he made one sculpture about colored flower petals. And what else? When he makes some sculpture, he takes a picture and he has like 50,000, I think so, 50,000 pictures or catalog, and he makes he has, I think, galleries or online and books. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So yeah, basically, just not 50,000 photos or catalogs, but cataloged photos. So photos that are in catalogs.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks. So we are going to read paragraph 3, and you are going to give me your personal opinion after you read paragraph 3 about Andy Goldsworthy. For this, you're going to need to enter the next session because the timing is almost out. So finish reading, understand, and I want to hear your conclusions in the next part. It's right here. Oh, it's not here. Give me 1 second. Okay, it's in the chat, so please copy the link in the chat and I will see you there at 11:30, okay?
Okay.
Just give me 1 second.